All right, guys, we have this F-150 2005 5.4, and we're having issues with the idle. It's idling low when you stop. Sometimes it dies. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna check the codes and see what codes we have. It's also making a ticking noise in the engine. So we're gonna check it out and see what we got. All right, guys, so after getting the codes, we're getting a P0, it's p0012, p0012, and it's telling me it's intake camshaft position timing over retarded bank 1. That's what I'm getting. So when we go check out the engine on this 5.4, you got bank 2 on your driver's side here, and on your passenger side you have bank 1. And this is going to be one of the biggest causes of that particular code, which is your VCT solenoid. It's right here with this plug on top. This one here is kind of full of oil, which is pretty weird. That means it's leaking, so that could be a sign, because it is telling us it's bank 1, which is this one on this side. The other one, it's on the other side below your power steering reservoir. You can't really see it, but this is the one that is supposedly causing the problem. So what we're going to do, we're going to swap it out for a new one. I'm going to include the link in the description where you can get one for a lot cheaper than the dealer, and you have to remove the gasket on top. So what we're going to do is unplug this connector right here. You press on it right here, you press and you pull, and then we're gonna take that little gasket. We're gonna use a screwdriver to pry it out and take it out, and then we're gonna use a T27 start screwdriver. T27 start screwdriver, like this one. It's got this one right here, start T27. I got it at Harbor Freight for like $5 for the pack. So it's gonna have a screw in there, which is a T27 that you gotta remove. It's not gonna fall off the solenoid, so don't be scared that you're gonna remove that screw and it's gonna fall inside your block. It's not gonna happen, so don't worry about it. Just take it off. I'm gonna show you how to do that in just a second. All right, guys, this is the tools that you're gonna need. Got a flathead screwdriver, one of the small ones. Needle nose pliers. I got some nippers. You probably won't need them, but I got them just in case. And I got the T27 screwdriver. And what I did is I worked my way around the gasket with my screwdriver, just sticking it in there and prying it out until it finally came loose. It's gonna be all beat up, but that's fine because you're gonna replace it with a new one. But it is kind of like a little hard to get off, but don't worry about it. Just get it off. Just make sure you don't get anything inside. And in there you're gonna see that screw, that T27 screw that holds the VCT solenoid in place. So that's what we're gonna try to get to right now with our T27 and remove it. Once we remove it, we're gonna pull that VCT out. We're gonna clean. We don't want nothing going inside there. We're gonna clean it around there before we put the other one and put the other gasket back in. All right, guys, you can see in there, there's the screw that we're pulling out. I don't know if you can see it on the video, it's a little dark, but it's right in there. We're using our screwdriver to get in there to try to remove it. Once we loosen the screw, we're gonna pull it out, and it's gonna come out just like that. Looks pretty rough. There's that screw I was talking about. I mean, no matter what you do, it's not gonna come off and fall inside, so don't worry about it. This one was kind of oily and doesn't look like it's ever been replaced, so we're gonna replace it. We're gonna see what results we get. Alright guys, here we got the new VCT solenoid and a new gasket. This is the old one that we took off. So we're going to clean all around there where it goes. We're going to clean that really good. And then we're going to put the new gasket in. Well, actually, never mind. Before we put the new gasket, we got to put the solenoid in. First, we're going to screw it in. Then we'll put the gasket and we'll sit it all the way in. We'll plug the connector back up and we'll run it and see how it goes, see how it feels. So we're gonna put the new one in. It's got the little notch on top and a bigger one on the bottom, and you're gonna see that on there. You're gonna line it up like so with those notches in place. Push it in, you know, make sure that it looks pretty lined up. And then you slide it in, working your way around until it sits all the way in. That looks pretty good to me. Make sure it's seated all the way around. Then we're gonna plug this connector back up, and we're gonna plug our battery back up. I forgot to tell you, unplug your battery before you do any mechanical work. Once we get that plug back in, we're gonna turn it on and see what we get. All right, so we connected everything back up. We started the truck up and it's running really good. I don't hear the loud ticking noise that he had before. Got a little whistle, but that sounds like maybe like a pulley, but I'll address that later. And we did our code and reader. We don't have that code anymore, so we'll see how it turns out. Once we drive it, we'll test it and see. Hopefully that fixed the problem. I do have a wheel speed sensor code here, which we're going to address next, but that will be another video. So hopefully that helps. That's a very common problem on this 5.4 Ford engines, you know, the Expedition, the F-150, 2003, 4, 5, 6, and 7 models, around there. You know, it's very common for those VCT solenoids to fail and they stuck open or closed, whatever the location is, and that's when your engine starts making noises and gets really loud, and it just starts to act all funny and idle crazy, and sometimes it will stall and die on you if you're like stopping at a light or, you know, stop sign or whatever. So hopefully that helps somebody, and stay tuned. We got more videos coming. Hit that like button, subscribe. That's how we keep this channel going. Thank you very much. Have a great day.